Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Chibi-Robo. In the last episode, we finished poking around the past, found some very interesting things back there. And this episode, we're gonna keep working on people's stories. We're actually kind of winding down, if you can believe it. We're wrapping up a lot of the toys stories. We're kind of moving into a phase, I think I've mentioned it before, but we're moving almost into like an exploration phase. So the plan for today is to go see Sunshine, see if we can finish that up, and then maybe just sort of start exploring the rooms that we haven't, look for more chibi doors, look for more hidden stuff. Let's see what Jenny has to say this morning. Hasn't drawn a new picture in ages. Ribbit! Gimme Ribbit? Yes, we do have something that Jenny might want. How about this doll? No, oh, that's actually, no, never mind. I was wrong. Well, we do have a frog ring though. Let's see what she says. Let's see if she'll even talk to us if we're in this. Mom and Dad are always angry and stuff, and now Dad's sleeping on the couch. Even my bear Sunshine left me, so now I'm all alone. But you and I are gonna be friends, right? Okay, we can't. So that was worth seeing. I guess she lost Sunshine. Oh, it's not letting us try again. Alright, well, we'll do that another time. There's still more frog rings that we don't have. So yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna go see Sunshine. I think that might wrap things up there. And then the other toys that we're looking for are gonna be, obviously, Dinah and Phil. We gotta get blocks for that. Pico is weird. I'm gonna check to see if we can find him, but he's kind of strange. It's gonna kind of come down to luck for that. Alright, let's see our bonus. Not bad, not bad. Also not bad, but we can't use it. Just your very presence makes everyone happy, happy, happy. So yeah, I am gonna check for Pico. Again? Another one? I'm not gonna complain. I wonder if these are random or if there's like set points. Like you always get one for 588. I don't know. I'll have to look at that maybe. I don't know if that's the kind of little detail you'd be able to find easily. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick stop in the kitchen. I'm gonna check one thing real quick. Okay, this isn't the kitchen. Darn it, I did it again. Alright, where's the kitchen from here? It's over there. Just when I was starting to think I actually had it down. Let's see, what rank are we? We're rank 4. Obviously, we're aiming for the top. It's gonna be a long time till we get there, you know. The requirements increase exponentially. I'm trying to hold off on progressing things as much as I can for a couple reasons that I'll address when it's relevant, but without beating around the bush too much. That is kind of what I'm waiting for before I really move things along. I don't know if it's going to be possible to get to rank 2 without like doing some grinding, and I don't want to have to do that first of all, and I also don't want to have to make you guys watch. But I'll get as close as I can. We will at least finish everything else first. Okay, so this is the kitchen, right? This is definitely the kitchen? Alright, I'm also gonna have to check the backyard at some point. At least I think so. We are basically done in the backyard, but there's one more thing we might need out there. Actually, yeah, there's definitely something we're gonna need out there at some point. I really hope Dad's not in here, because if he is, then the other thing I'm looking for isn't. Is he here? He's not! Okay, so we may be in business. Maybe. Honestly, this is something I should have been checking for even earlier than this. Just because it's so random, I should have been on top of this, but hopefully we'll get lucky. Oop, still got oil. No way to turn off the spy doors, unfortunately. Just cleaning. You know, cleaning might be easier for me if I got cute little sounds every time I did it. Throw something, well, I guess you don't get anything for throwing stuff away, but walk around to pick something up. Nice little tinkly sounds. Mop up a stain. Little nice... Ah, there he is. He's right there. Perfect. Not the nicest person, so we'll get to you when we get to you. Alright, Pico. My eyes! The water burns them like coals. Can you aid me, noble traveler? We sure can. We have some snorkel gear. Give them to me with all haste. Here you go. Ah, my eyes, they are feeling better. The Great Pico just gave you 13 happy points. You got 500 moolah. Spread the happiness. Oh, you got the Great Pico sticker. You really are amazing, Chibi-Robo. Now my underwater training can continue. Enlightenment shall be mine. There's a little bit of debate about how to actually get that sticker. I know obviously you get it by giving him the snorkel gear, but sometimes people give it to him and they don't get it. I think what it is you have to give him the snorkel gear and play his game at least once. That's what I think it is. But like I said, the internet is kind of like not in consensus about how that actually works. But yeah, that can be kind of a pain because he can be in multiple places. He can either be in the kitchen or the backyard. And if he's in the kitchen, he's not even always in the fishbowl. He can also be on the stove. So luckily, that worked out exactly how we needed it to. So let's get upstairs and say hi to Sunshine. Oh, not that. This is gonna make Sunshine very happy. Up we go. I'm trying to remember. I think we've... I think we found all of the hidden stuff in Jenny's room. I think we found all the chibi doors in there. I'm not looking up the locations of chibi doors. If we get to the end of the game and I'm just missing a couple and I just don't have the sticker and I don't know where they are, I will look them up. But I'm not going to make you watch me find them, just like going through a guide. That's the kind of thing that I greatly enjoy and find like super fun, but it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. That's seriously one of my favorite things to do in video games is just like collectibles. Just like get the like obviously I don't like looking up the answers for stuff if it's like my first time through, but especially with like a Zelda game like with Twilight Princess and the Poe Spirits or something like that, I love just like getting out a list and just like finding the ones that I haven't done and finishing it off. I find that incredibly satisfying. What are some other good examples of that in games? Obviously, Wind Waker takes that to the absolute extreme with the pictures. That's a lot, even for me. But I do it. Got a completely full picture gallery except for the GBA stuff, because I don't have a way to do that. That's also an annoying game because you can miss a bunch of stuff. With something with the pictures, you really don't want to have to worry about like missable stuff, but yeah. I think I've already talked about how missable things in video games are one of my biggest pet peeves, especially in a game that's a collectathon. Not that Wind Waker is like your typical collectathon, but there's a pretty heavy emphasis on like collections and finding stuff. I guess there's a New Game Plus, so maybe that was their justification, but like, if anybody knows Okami, another really, really big one that does that is Okami Den, the sequel. I actually got fed up with that game and stopped playing it because I figured out that the collections were all totally missable, and the game did not give you any indication of that. I didn't like that game for other reasons, but that was like the final straw for me. It's like, what do you mean I missed it? What do you mean I can't complete the stuff? Obviously not every game is going to be able to make things not missable, but like, warn me? At least let me know that I'm not going to be able to complete it later. See, the original Okami was really good about that. There was one area where you could miss a thing, but they were like super clear about it. Like, you can't come back here, just so you know. Anyway, rant about other video games aside. Oop, we're almost out of power. Honestly, Okami is another one of my all-time favorite games. It might be top 3. Is it top 3? My top 3 video games are Tulip, Sonic Adventure 2, and then it's kind of a fight between Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Okami. Depends on the day, really. Used to be super solid in Okami, but over the years, I've grown to appreciate even more just how good Paper Mario is. Anyway, we're not playing Paper Mario or Okami right now. We're playing Chibi-Robo. Phew, that was close. Your energy is full. Are you going to save? Nope. Ready? Then let's go. We are here for one pink bear that seems to have abandoned Jenny. Which is weird. You wouldn't think that Jenny would let herself lose Sunshine. And he's right here, but... Anyway. We have what you want. Here you go. Ooh, what's this? 10 years ago, a flower bloomed in this house. An amazing flower, one of legend. This smooth texture. This overwhelming, glorious sweetness, sweet enough even for Sweetie Bear. This sparkling golden color. This is definitely some real good stuff. Oh, I can't help it. I think I'm gonna wet myself. I guess I already did. Thank you, dear sweet Chibi-Robo. I can die a happy bear. I'm so happy I think I'm gonna go insane. I'm gonna melt. Sunshine just gave you 66 happy points. Spread the happiness. Oh, you got the Sunshine sticker. You really are amazing, Chibi-Robo. Thanks to you, Chibi-Robo, I'm free from that nectar-shaped monkey on my back. I'm just gonna take it one day at a time. Hmm? Nectar. Is something wrong? Oh no. Nectar! I told you I'm out of nectar! Eek! Just kidding. Got you though, huh? Thank you. That wasn't funny. And that's it. We're done with Sunshine. Like I said, not my favorite of the plot lines. Obviously, this whole thing is a play on drugs, and addiction is a fairly serious topic. But, you know, I don't know. I just think they handled that weirdly. But, I mean, I guess good for Sunshine for deciding to get clean. Let's let that be the moral of the story. Weird handling of all that aside. Are we done in here? I think we're done in here. Oh, we're not. Never mind. Okay. So let's see. Do we need... Oh, that's right. There's something up on the castle that we never went back for. Well, it's a good thing we came back to check. Alright. This probably will clear out this room, honestly. After right now, or after what we're doing now, I don't think we're going to have a reason to come back. Oh, didn't we have to climb up to the top? Yeah, we did. Ooh, don't fall off that. Alright, I'm going to give this one try now, and if I fail, then I'll cut, and I'll meet you at the top of that thing. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Alright, you know what? I'll see you at the top of the castle. This isn't even reasonable anymore. Okay, I'm up here. Failed twice for what it's worth. I hate this puzzle. Alright, let's see exactly how far up we need to go. Oh, right here. Maybe worth remembering this for future playthroughs. Alright, how much money do I get for doing this puzzle again? It occurs to me, there is actually a use for the money. And it's a use that I might actually do. We'll talk about that later, though. Alright, are we done here? We are. Alright. Let's head on over to the master bedroom, because we know of some chibi doors in there, and we still need to explore with the radar. And not that it's that big of a trip to get up here now that we have the warp, but we're already up here. So we can explore the foyer another time. Let's see. Here we go. Clean up this crayon stain one last time. Alright. Oh, let's use the wastebasket now that we're here. I guess you do get a nice sound for throwing stuff away. If I got that nice little do-do-do-do-do sound every time I threw trash away, I might be more inclined to do it. Alright. 200 moolah, 20 happy points. Not great, not terrible. Means we can probably hold more waste paper, though. That's the big thing. That's, like, one of my big pet peeves with stuff is, like, having to leave something there because you're full. Speaking of Twilight Princess, while we're out here on the stairs again, that's one of my, like, my least favorite things about that game is that if your wallet is full, you put the money back. Because that means that you can't mark the treasure chest off the map. I like to just clear things out. If you can't already tell that about me. Alright, up we go. Yeah, my general philosophy with the game is if it's worth playing, it's worth 100%ing. Obviously, I know that's not true for every game, but that's just my general approach. Alright. Ah, no, get on there. Here we go. And I think maybe we might be able to give Mom a new flower, because it's a new day. So let's try it. Oh, you could briefly see the stairs through the slats there. I wonder if that was a glitch. Alright, Mrs. Sanderson, we have more flowers. What is it, Chibo? Is something wrong? Don't work too hard, Chibo. I don't want you catching a robo-cold. What's that lovely scent? Do you have a flower? I do. Would you like it? What's this? For me? Really? I'm so happy. Thank you, Chibo. Mom just gave you 6 happy points. You got 10 moolah. Spread the happiness. Now, doesn't that look pretty? Thank you. I don't like that one as much. I like the blue one better. Still hardly worth it, but, you know, a little extra's a little extra. So let's get back up there and use that bridge. I'm tempted to charge, but I probably will have to come down after one set anyway. Unless we got all of the ones on one side. I actually don't remember if we did or not. I don't think we did. Alright, let's get up there first. That's the first step. I don't actually know if we're going to have time to do both sides of the room. I'll try. I'll get as much done as I can. You know, anything I do now is less power I have to spend later, but, yeah. Obviously, you want to do as much as you can as efficiently as possible. I've actually got it at a pretty good, like, little pace right now, where we're kind of, not necessarily done, but there aren't as many big cutscenes as there were before. So I almost have it down to, like, one full cycle being an episode, which I like. It just makes it easier for me to keep track of stuff. Okay, so we did finish that side, which means that we can do the other side now. Let's, I'm just gonna do this to reset it. So there we go. All right, now, this way. I really should have charged before coming up here. That was silly. I forgot how much power the actual bridge takes. We might still be okay. Not looking good. Oh man, that's going directly through that fan thing. Let's see if I can move that. Yeah, that's better. Ah, great. Alright, I am actually going to... No, I'm going to go over there and get what I can because we're about to run out of time anyway. So like I said, the more we can do now, the less power we have to spend next time. So let's at least get one before the day is over. Or maybe we could see what's going on over here instead. I don't actually remember if there's anything useful down here, but we're about to find out. The answer is not especially, but I am glad that I checked. Alright, well now we know what that does. Let's see if we can get a little information on stuff that might be hidden in here. Alright, so that I think is leading me up. Yeah, it is. It's leading me onto the bed, I think. We might be able to make it up there. We'll see. The bed is a much shorter trip than the ceiling. So let's see what we can do. Ooh, excuse me. Got some hiccups. Alright. Oh! All that and I forgot to plug in. Wonderful. I think it might be bedtime for me after this. Alright, let's plug in, and then we almost start. Oh nope, there goes the timer. Alright, that's okay. The master bedroom can be our mission for next time. Time sure flies when you're making folks happy. I would still like to check the backyard because, like I said, that's a place where you can find Pico. It's not that important that we talk to him, but I'd like to show it off. Great work out there. Your Chibi ranking is still 4. In order to get the next bonus battery, you need 32 more happy points. That is not much. Let's go. We're not saving yet. I guess when I said I had one cycle down to 1 episode, I guess that's not quite true. But there have been more episodes lately where I've been able to end at like day end or night end, which is just, like I said, it's just convenient. It helps me keep track of what I'm doing and like what my plan is for the day or the night. Oh, here we go. My dearest Drake, you look as sharp and gallant as ever today. I couldn't help but express my feelings for you once again. Please don't think me silly. I can't help it. My feelings for Drake keep gushing out of me like yogurt from a broken container. My heart is pounding like a bass drum. Oh no, I'm not saying that to his face. No way. Oh my gosh, I would just die. My antennae are shaking and my teeth are chattering. God, I'm so embarrassed. I gotta go. Well, looks like we might have something to go to the foyer for. Like I said, I am going to check the yard, just because I'm here. But then, let's go see if Sophie has another letter. Oh, muddy footprints. Nice to know that Dad's still working out here, I suppose. Alright. Out into the yard. Is Pico here? Whether or not he's here, there are footprints to be cleaned. We only have 32 more happy points till our next rank after all. A Chibi-Robo's work is never done. I should really get some water so I can start cleaning off those stains again. Ah, Pico's not here. Alright. And there isn't even the other thing out here that we need. That's too bad. I am going to clean up and I'm going to get some water, though. Well, a few extra happy points here and there will not go amiss. Oh, I meant to explain earlier when Sunshine was talking about a monkey on his back. For anybody who's not familiar, I'm not, like, super familiar where that expression comes from. I'd have to look it up. But a monkey on your back basically means, like, a curse or, like, a burden that's holding you down. Like I said, I'm not totally sure where that comes from, but that's what that expression is, if anybody was confused. Let's get some water. And let's get out of here, I guess. Let's get that twig first. It's me, what do you expect? We'll go around the other side of the tree. Why not? Eventually, Dao's bone should be back out here, or maybe back in the kitchen, because technically this version of Dao didn't get it to bury. We are going to need the bone back. I could have definitely been more efficient in my usage of that thing, but it's fine. We're gonna need it for something. Still getting lots of scrap that I don't really need. I've seen one of the criticisms of this game being that the combat is, like, kinda pointless. And yeah, I do agree. It definitely could have been implemented better. Though I guess some people appreciate the extra money. And like I said, there is going to be a way to exploit that I think I might actually take advantage of, but I don't know. Too far away? There we go. 5 happy points. I think you might get more happy points for cleaning up a wall stain than you do for cleaning a floor one. Alright, well, while we're here, no need to trek all the way back up to the master bedroom. We might as well start exploring the living room, especially because we got that bug with the TV. So let's see if it'll let me explore the living room. Let's see, just gotta remember to get Sophie at some point. Aha! Alright, it's giving me a reading that is not the TV. So let's get up there. It's been kind of a while since we explored around in here. I feel like except for the very beginning of the game, I haven't really been doing much in here. I've almost kind of been putting this room off, to be fair. There's not all that much of great importance in here. Let's get up here. Poor Douse still sleeps on the couch. He doesn't seem to have a dog bed or anything. I know our bed always slept in my parents' room, on their bed. I know some people have a no dogs on bed policy, and it does disturb sleep. I read some sort of study once, obviously like a single study or survey or whatever it was, so take it with a grain of salt. But I have read that people say that they get worse sleep with their pets, but it is worth it. They're overall more satisfied because their pets sleep in the bed with them. I agree, that's what I'd want to do. Unless I had like a 200-pound Newfoundland or something. Then that'd be a little silly. Alright. Someone set a chibi door up in the couch. I hope this couch wasn't crazy expensive, because I don't know if they're ever going to be able to get that thing out. But, well, now whenever Dad's watching TV, he gets to have this guy watching him for all time. Alright. What else we got? Looks like the TV. Yeah, if it's just giving me the TV again, I am actually just going to go to the foyer so I don't forget about Sophie. I also don't remember how many hidden things are actually in this room. And that's the biggest problem with this glitch, is that once you've found everything, it will always direct you to the TV. So you can't tell if stuff is, like, if you're done. Oh, I missed a spot. Yeah, I may have to just look that up, honestly. That is the foyer. Very good. Not gonna make that mistake again. I'm probably just gonna have to check the rooms before I go in from now on. Alright, let's see if Sophie's up here. And then, if she's not, we'll go into the master bedroom. If she is, we'll deal with her. Actually, if she's not, we should probably go looking for her. If she's not here, I imagine she'd be in the kitchen. She is... Come on, Chibi. She's here. Very good. I wrote another one, but I still can't give it to him. Sorry to bother you, Chibi-Robo. There's another letter. Oh, feels good. Where did the letter go? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're looping now. So that means instead of giving this to Drake, I think I'm actually going to give it to Sophie and see what happens. Oh, I don't remember where this thing was. Where's the clock? I remember it was by the clock. I think it was like right here-ish? Let's see. It's time to end out the episode, but I'm going to do it this way, so if I miss, I can start the next episode on top of that chair. Nah, not even close. Darn it. Alright, well, here ends this episode of Chibi-Robo. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode where I'll be on top of that chair. Bye-bye!